I've seen you lose your way. You're not in control, and you won't be told. All I can do to keep you safe is hold you close till you can breathe on your own. Till you can breathe on your own. Hold tight, you're slowly coming back to life. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Let go of all your haunted dreams tonight. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Hold tight, you're slowly coming back to life. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Let go of all your haunted dreams tonight. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell. I won't let you down. Everyone keeps a darker place to.
Welcome, Eavesdroppers. I'm Dr. Joy, the host of Conversations and Coffee. And today you are here eavesdropping on a great conversation. Yep, that's right. It's all about a conversation that will make you say, ooh, ah, and give me some more. So today's conversation will answer some of your questions. The first one is, what is stress? And second one, what are the signs of stress? Is stress real in seniors 55 plus? How do you deal with stress? And what recommendations can you give me? And with all of that being said, lastly, what is your plan of action as you eavesdrop at the end of this episode? So let's get started with this conversation, because this topic, it affects everyone. And I mean everyone. So I am glad you are eavesdropping today to stay educated on what is important. And do you know what that is? It's you, your family, and your life. So we will begin with the word stress. Stress is a buzzword that most people use to describe how he or she is feeling emotionally when they're dealing with situations in life. Stress is being overwhelmed or not able to cope with something that may be happening presently or what may have already happened. Basically, stress occurs with any human when you are trying to control what is out of your control. Have you ever heard the saying before, have the serenity to accept the things you cannot change and the courage to change the things that you can? And with all of that, have the wisdom to know the difference between the two. When you encounter stress, your body immediately goes into some type of fight or flight mode. Your immune system says, uh-oh, and then it goes into a protective mode. Your guard is up and you are ready to quickly get over whatever is stressing you out. This happens on a daily basis. This happens every second of the day. Do you even know that it is occurring when it does? Well, let's see. Have you ever felt anxious, afraid, or angry, or sad, or irritable, or frustrated, or even depressed? Well, that's stress. What about when you're feeling things are getting out of your control? Well, you are experiencing stress. With this feeling of stress, have you ever thought about what your body might be going through? Your body can be experiencing things like nausea and heart palpitations and nervousness, pacing back and forth. I know I've done that on many occasions. Well, what we're doing is we're putting our bodies through what we go through whenever we have stressful moments. And when we have those moments and things are out of our control, well, guess what? That is stress that you're going through. Stress can be in your control as long as you simply manage it. So how do you do that? Experts say try walking or exercising or setting goals or talking to a trusted friend that's not going to bring on more stress, or talking to a therapist. What about reading or researching or writing it down in a journal and creating steps to resolve whatever may be going on in your life? As you see, that list can go on and on and on, and not everything helps everybody. So you have to get something that's going to help you deal with those life situations. Stress is unavoidable. Sorry to say that, but it can be good or bad. But today's conversation is all about that bad stress, because most of the times that's what we're dealing with. The bad stress that happens on a daily basis. Now, let me break it down a little further for you. The definition that I gave you earlier was the definition for all humans who deal with stress. But what about our seniors that are 55 plus? Is stress real for them? Yes, it is. How do we help them, especially when the aging process brings on so many things? And sometimes, guess what? Our seniors are just not ready to accept what is happening. Have you been there? Are you a family member that's dealing with this? Are you an industry professional that have to deal with this on a daily basis when you go to work and these seniors are asking questions and just don't know how to deal with this stress? Are you listening today and you are a senior and you are having those stressful moments? Whether you are a family member or a senior or an industry professional, I want to say to you that stress is real. It can make your life more complicated, especially if you are a senior. Remember the signs we talked about earlier? The heart palpitations, the nausea, the nervousness. In seniors 55 plus, these are some of the signs that they have, and it can be escalated. Why? Because they feel lost. They are often concerned about health issues. They're often concerned about the loss or limited control that they now have over their lives. They may be bored and don't know how companionship looks for them now. And the biggest factor for most seniors is the diminishment of their social life, or possibly the decline of their financial status that has changed due to retirement. If you are eavesdropping and you are a senior or a family member that is seeing these signs like the ones previously mentioned, please recognize them as what they are. It is stress. And what I want you to do is be ready to manage it. There's so many websites, informational flyers that are out there, and sometimes it can be overwhelming to look and search and guess what you need to do. Well, guess what? I've done the research for you, and I am going to leave you with these eavesdropper takeaways. 1, use your 5 senses to deal with your stress. They are your touch, your smell, your sight, your sound, your taste. And on helpguide.org, they include movement as well as being one of the senses. These senses help you quickly deal with stress and give you some relief. For an example, hugging a pet or a grandchild. It releases all of those good endorphins and you feel good. Helpguide.org has videos on the page to engage you and help you through the process. I will leave that information in the show notes or the comments below so you can get more information and see for yourself. Also, number 2, as a senior or someone who's helping a person 55 plus, try to build or help someone build relaxation into their daily routine. You might be retired and your daily routines have calmed down and you may get up and feel there's no purpose. That's not true. You are loved. You are relevant. You have purpose. Building relaxation looks like this. Get up, brew yourself a cup of coffee or tea. You're listening to Coffee and Conversations. Sit down in a relaxing place in your home and start to journal if you want to. Read something inspirational. Put yourself in a positive mood and embrace that feeling, and it And what happens is it helps to take the stress away. I will leave in the show notes or comments below some journaling topics or some inspirational quotes that I found useful. And the last takeaway is to acknowledge your emotions. Remember when I said stress is real? It is. And the only way to manage it is to acknowledge it. Chronic stress raises levels of cortisol, and that is a hormone associated with elevated blood pressure, and it changes in your metabolism, and it increases your blood sugar. As we go through Stress Awareness Month, we will continue our conversations where you will eavesdrop and learn about the tools to use, the knowledge, and the education concerning stress awareness and how to manage it. Before we leave today's episode, I would like you to join the community in the YouTube comments below and answer these questions. 1, where is your stress level as a senior, a family member, or anyone who's listening today? Where is it? Is it way up here? Is it in the middle? And then the second one, what is a takeaway from this episode that you can resonate on and begin to follow yourself? I love today's conversation because it's all about learning and conversing with you to help you understand what living life is. And living life is loving who you are and letting no one take your joy away. I will see you next time during Stress Awareness Month for the next episode. Have a great day, everyone.